It all started like any other quiet week for fans of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. There were whispers online, the usual fan debates, and maybe a little speculation about what the cast was up to. But absolutely no one, not even the most die-hard viewers, could have predicted what was about to unfold. Out of nowhere, Melody and Destiny went from smiles and social media likes to full-blown public chaos. And when I say jaw-dropping, I mean the kind of feud that makes you hit replay just to make sure you heard it right. The tension seemed to come out of thin air. But if you look closely, you can spot the cracks forming long before this explosion. Backstage moments that felt a little too quiet. Glances exchanged that didn't quite match the smiles. And small comments in interviews that, in hindsight, were warning signs. Fans had seen them as allies, maybe not best friends, but definitely not enemies. That's what made this blow-up so shocking. It wasn't just the words they used. It was the suddenness of it all. One day they were on the same page, and the next, it felt like every ounce of goodwill between them had gone up in flames. Insiders are saying it started with a private disagreement, something that wasn't supposed to see the light of day. But, in the world of reality television, where cameras are always ready and social media is even faster, nothing stays private for long. The argument moved from closed doors to the public eye at lightning speed, and that's when things got messy. Screenshots were shared, subtweets began flying. Interviews got a little sharper in tone, and once fans caught wind of the drama, they were dissecting every post, every clip, and every word looking for clues about what had really happened. One source claims the root of the fallout is about loyalty, or Melody's view, the lack of it. According to them, Melody felt Destiny had made choices behind the scenes that undercut their friendship and damaged her trust. Destiny, on the other hand, is said to believe Melody has been painting her in an unfair light, both on and off camera, making her look like the villain in situations where she felt she was just defending herself. And that's the thing. Both women are strong personalities with passionate fan bases. That's why the clash is so explosive. There's no one sitting quietly and letting the other tell the whole story. Every time one speaks, the other has a counter. Every time someone drops a hint, the other drops a bigger one. It's the kind of back and forth that doesn't just make headlines, it dominates timelines, hashtags, and trending topics. The exchanges between them are not subtle. We're talking about pointed statements that clearly have the other in mind, even if their names aren't mentioned. Melody's posts lately have carried this sharp, unapologetic edge, almost daring Destiny to respond. And Destiny, she's not backing down. Her recent comments feel like they're loaded with meaning. Like each one is a chess move meant to corner Melody into addressing things directly. It's not just fans who are talking, either. Other cast members have been tiptoeing around the issue, some saying they hope it blows over. Others hinting that this has been building for far longer than viewers realize. The crew behind the show is probably seeing this as pure gold for upcoming episodes, but in real life, you can tell there's genuine hurt and betrayal behind their words. This isn't manufactured drama. This is personal. The other cast members have been unusually quiet, which is telling in itself. Some are likely keeping their distance to avoid being pulled into the crossfire. Others may be quietly picking sides, behind the scenes. Either way, the silence from certain people is almost as loud as the feud itself. Social media, of course, has turned this into an all-out battlefield. Hashtags related to the drama are trending. Fan pages are creating detailed timelines of events, matching up posts from both women to figure out exactly when things went south. YouTube commentators are breaking down every facial expression and body language cue from past episodes to prove their theories. It's become a community-wide investigation, and the more people dig, the more invested they become. And that's the thing. This isn't just about Melody and Destiny anymore. It's about what happens when reality TV personalities let their real-life emotions spill over into the public sphere, where every single word can be weaponized. The pressure of having an audience, not just watching but participating in your personal life, changes everything. Every choice is magnified. Every slight is amplified. In moments like these, you can't help but wonder if there's any way back. Can two people who once shared laughs, secrets, and screen time come back from this level of public conflict? Can they sit down face to face without cameras and actually hear each other out? Or has the damage gone too far, with too many people weighing in and too many lines crossed for reconciliation to even be possible? The reality is, feuds like this have a way of burning bright and fast, but also leaving lasting scars. Even if they eventually call a truce for the sake of the show or their own peace of mind, It's hard to imagine things ever going back to the way they were. The trust has been shattered. The receipts have been teased. And the fandom has already taken sides. The wildest part. They've both been dropping receipts, messages, screenshots, and old interactions are surfacing, each one fueling speculation about what's real and what's just spin. The deeper you dig, the more complicated it becomes. This isn't a simple case of two friends having a misunderstanding. This feels like a complete breakdown of trust, with layers of history that fans are only now starting to see. What makes it so gripping is how unpredictable it all is. One moment, you think you know exactly where the story is going, and then, one of them drops a new revelation that flips everything upside down. The tension is electric. And it's making people watch every single update like it's the season finale of their favorite show. People are already choosing sides. And the divide is fierce. Some say Melody has every right to call Destiny out if she felt betrayed. Others believe Destiny is being unfairly targeted and painted into a corner. And then there's the third camp, the ones who think both are guilty of taking things too far. And that this should have stayed private. But regardless of where people stand, one thing is undeniable. Everybody is talking about it. The most surprising element. Just how quickly it all went from a quiet disagreement to a full-scale war. There's a lesson here about how fragile relationships can be when the spotlight is this bright and the pressure to perform for the audience is this constant. What might have been solvable behind closed doors has now turned into a public saga that neither of them can nicely walk away from without addressing it. And here's the truth, this feud is far from over. Every sign points to it getting messier before it gets better. With both women refusing to back down, we can expect more revelations, more shade, and maybe even more public confrontations. And as much as some fans say they hate the drama, the numbers don't lie. Every update, every clip, every cryptic post is getting huge engagement. People can't look away, so, what happens next? Will Melody and Destiny find a way to at least have a truce? Or are we watching the permanent end of their relationship play out in real time? Only they know for sure, but given how deeply personal this seems, reconciliation feels like a long shot right now. And with cameras rolling, every move they make is going to be part of a bigger narrative that fans will analyze for months to come. Whatever side you're on. One thing is certain, this is reality TV history in the making. If you think you've seen dramatic feuds before, this one is on another level. The mix of personal betrayal, public exposure, and relentless fan speculation makes it one of the most gripping storylines to come out of Love and Marriage, Huntsville in a long time. And the fact that it came out of nowhere just makes it even more intense. Make sure you don't miss what happens next. Because if this is what the opening act looks like, the rest of this feud is going to be unforgettable. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on, and why? And if you're ready for every twist and turn, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're first to know when the next bombshell drops. Trust me, you're going to want front row seats for this one.